Most of us have been spending a lot more time at home this past year, but people who are looking for a nicer place to ride out the pandemic have run into a problem. Home prices are way up, and the competition is pretty fierce. In this story, I am breaking down how home prices have risen in your neighborhood and when we may see them come down once again.
I can put away some dishes. I'm sure Matt would be happy about that.
This could be one of the last times James Gambrell empties the dishwasher in his Lansing townhome.
So we're moving out of a townhome, and we're moving into a two-bedroom house that's on a river. The climate for it has been kind of busy, I would say. Lots of, we had a couple of offers that we put on other houses that literally the same day would be, someone else would have gotten it.
Kind of busy is right. Average sale prices for mid-Michigan homes were $21,840 higher in the first month of 2021 than they were at the start of the pandemic, an increase of more than 12%. This, according to sales statistics released by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Tommy Raines Realtors.
So it's gotten kind of like the Wild West of real estate out there.
Which would make James's associate broker, Brian Hugler, a regular cowboy. Hugler has been selling homes in mid-Michigan since 1991. And take a look at his listing board. He says this is the smallest number of homes that have ever been on it.
It's mostly the low inventory. We have more buyers than sellers. There are people out there that want to sell their houses, but in turn, where do they go?
The shortage of homes is due to a surplus of people wanting to buy better houses during the stay-at-home orders and a rise in the cost of lumber.
What's happening is that, like, for example, the cost to build a new house right now is $24,000 more than it was a couple years ago for the same house, just because of the cost of the lumber. So what's happening are a lot of buyers are not, building houses just because builders can't get the materials. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the existing market.
Home prices in mid-Michigan are reflecting these challenges. The towns where home values have spiked the most are Williamston, where the average sale price rose by 31.8%. Then Grand Ledge at 28.5% and East Lansing at 23%.
Do you feel like we're at a peak for how difficult it is for buyers right now?
Boy, I sure hope we are, because I can't imagine that it could get more competitive than what it is right now. I mean, to have a buyer right now, it's just, you're really scrambling trying to find, suitable housing for them. I think it's definitely going to calm down a little bit. I think that as more building comes online to satisfy part of that demand, you'll start to see things ease a little bit. But I don't think it's really a bubble that's going to burst like it did 10 years ago.
And when will that cool down take place?
I mean, if I had a crystal ball, I'd say, I would hope that by this time next year, we're a little bit back to more normal. I think it's still going to be a strong market based on everything that I'm seeing and reading and listening to. But I think within 12 months, once things calm down a little bit, I think the market will calm down a bit too.
In the meantime, buyers will just have to be creative.
I had an agent write an offer on a listing that I had, and she offered to bake the seller cupcakes. I'm not kidding you.
No baked goods from James and his partner, but they did use an escalation clause to score their mid-century modern. For the summer, both he and his realtor agree the number one piece of advice if you're looking to buy?
I would say be patient. I might have rushed into this one a little bit, but I think being able to wait and see what comes up will be better overall.
Try to be patient. You're going to be heartbroken. You're going to probably lose out on a house. But one thing in 30 years of doing this that I've seen is that, it does always work out. If you can just be patient, you will find a house.
As for sellers, it is a fantastic time to get your house on the market. But remember, most sellers ultimately become buyers as well. Reporting from my house that is not for sale, Sarah Grimmer, Fox 47 News.